Zillow to search for homes, you may have noticed that they recently added a section called climate risks that shows how at-risk homes are from climate disasters like floods and wildfires. So this information is powered by First Street Foundation, which uses computer models to estimate these risks. So we take a quick look at how it works. You can see that they provide a score along with a recommendation of where you might want to get insurance. Now, I'm a huge proponent of homebuyers doing research, but I'm also questioning how much to trust this data. Some climate experts caution that these models might not always be accurate at the individual property level. I really use these as a starting point, but not the final word. I've seen homes on here that aren't even in a FEMA flood zone, but are showing the flood factor to be a major risk, like this one. So do your homework and validate this data against FEMA flood maps, which show you what flood zone your property is in, and that determines whether or not flood insurance would be required. Now, one thing I do think is really interesting here is that it shows the home's flood history. And homes that have flooded before are much more likely to flood again. So this information is key, but they're also kind of projecting out the future risks, so I'm not sure what to think of that. And honestly, I'm not really sure about the relevance of any of the other risks. We don't have wildfires in this area, and this wind risk is not something I've heard about for this area, but for this house in Cranford, they're saying it's a major risk that it requires insurance. So my overall takeaway is this new climate data can be helpful in providing a bit more information about a property, but it's just one piece of the puzzle. Use it as a starting point, but do your own research to make sure you're fully informed.